Good evening and welcome to worldofsandra.com. Share now. Hi Mask, good evening and welcome to worldofsandra.com. I hope you're well. Give me a little emoji, thank you very much. I'd like to say welcome everybody, and I'd like to say a big thank you before I start for all of you that will join me later on. Don't forget to like my video and share it amongst your groups and friends. Thank you very much, always appreciated. All right. Oh, I was feeling a bit like not so good today, but I've had to pick myself up and come and be with you this evening. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now today what I'm going to be talking about is how to elevate your mood with using some of my Magnetics Wellness products, because as you know, I'm a Magnetics Wellness consultant and I run all of this through my business, worldofsandra.com. All right. So going back today, as I was saying to you, like I was feeling a bit groggy and whatever else, and I actually felt quite awful, and I actually had to go and have a nap today because I felt that unwell. I'm not quite sure if that was to do with my anxiety over something that I've got to do tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm actually going to get my coronavirus vaccine at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm quite excited and apprehensive because there was a point when I was sure, ooh, what am I going to do? Don't know if I want to take this or whatever else. But for the good of the world and to try and help with the situation that we're in at the moment, and to actually one day to actually leave home, although as much as I love being here, I thought, let me just bite the bullet and go ahead and do it and do the good fight. Thank you, my darling, and thank you, my top. I love it too, and my hair is just the same as last week. In fact, this is the second time that I've combed it since last week. Hi Cynthia, thanks for joining me. You're feeling a bit low yourself, honey? Well, we just need to bring ourselves up, because yesterday I was actually feeling really, really good. That's right, encourage each other in the chat. Yesterday I was feeling really, really good. I woke up. I felt fully motivated and everything else, and I was going to tell you about all the things that I'd done over the last few weeks, because we were talking earlier on in the year about coming back and then being in this third lockdown, and this time it made us feel all yuck, and what we were going to do and how we're going to make ourselves feel better. And so I said what we needed to do is go back to the things that we were doing in the first lockdown, because it was nearly a year ago and we were all a bit anxious. But we tried to keep going as best we could. The sun was shining, and it wasn't a bad time really if you had space. And we need to stress that there are a lot of people that didn't realize the benefits of green space and how much they enjoyed going out for their holidays, and how much they enjoyed going for walks and spending time in gardens. And there were people that didn't have gardens. There were some people that didn't have enough room in the home. So there were a lot of factors that hadn't been taken into account of, and we're in our third time now and we still seem to be doing a bit of catch up. So what I want to remind you about is self-help and the self-help things that we did last year. And that was in that we made sure that in the morning when we got up, we got our jugs of water, our 1.5 litres ready so that we could drink it over the day. We tried to create the ideal working environment. So we looked at our positioning of our computers, we looked at our seats. If we had any pains, we looked at cushions and things to see what we could use to improve our workstation. So that was looking at magnetic mats we used, and we looked at back bandages for our necks, and we looked for massage oils and creams and things like that. And those are some of the things that I'm going to be going over again with you this evening. Hi Samantha, thanks for joining me this evening. Thank you very much. I know that we have our meeting afterwards, so I have to kill 2 birds with 1 stone this evening. My friend Marcia, she's still in a lot of pain and she's just waiting to go to get some results on her blood test. But again, she's tried to work through and do some self-help stuff. She's been using the cool balm and the hot balm. And while she's been feeling the relief of those, it's not getting to the root of her problem. And I would never ever say to anybody that using our products, you will be totally 100 helped. You need to listen to your body. And if it's not doing what we've discussed that it should do for you, then you need to choose a more conventional mode of medicine, which she's doing. So I'm glad to hear about that, and I will be supporting Marcia as much as I can through that. You love my blouse. Thank you. It's not a new blouse, you know. I went through a phase where I was into these tie neck blouses, and I do things by extreme, and I have quite a few of them in different colours. Some with short sleeves, some with long sleeves. But I wanted you to be able to see my new negative ions bracelet, necklace and pendant, which was in our kickoff event, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later on. And included in that new range, we've got new bracelets and rings and things. And again, I'll talk to you about those a bit later on, after we've gone through some of the nitty gritty of what I want to talk to you about tonight, because I want to do that. Then I want to talk to you about the fact that about online shopping, and how I can help you with your online shopping and your online shopping needs. And then I'll take you into our sale items. So I need to get going because we don't have long. All right. And as always, again, I'd like to thank you. And then here we go. So cannabis. It's all the rage in beauty treatments at the moment. And some of us are saying, what is the difference between CBD and what is the difference between hemp? And that's what we'll talk about a bit tonight. So CBD and hemp is being talked about everywhere, as I said. And we launched our CBD oils about 18 months ago. And if you'll remember that we had the active one, which was peppermint, which you could use during the day. I mean, there wasn't really a difference, actually. You could actually use the peppermint or the ginger and orange one at night or during the day. It was a choice. But because peppermint is seen to be more refreshing, it was something that we said, okay, people may prefer to use during the day. And then the ginger and orange might be more relaxing and soothing for the night. But I've had customers that have just chosen a flavour and have gone with that flavour for day or night use, and it hasn't made any difference. Also, in addition to that, we have the normal, just traditional hemp that you can use. And one of my consultants actually said to me that she's been using the traditional hemp one that we have, which is, I mean, they're all the same, but this one doesn't have a flavour in it. And she's been using it on cuts and grazes, and has found that it's been very beneficial to use on little scratches and cuts and things that she's got. And she's actually also been using it in her hair because she's had like a little bit of irritation in her scalp. So she's actually also been using it, just putting a little bit on her finger and massaging it into the scalp. Okay? So, but how do they compare? So I was reading an article by a dermatologist named Dr. Martin Wade, and he broke it down, and that's what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to break it down in the way that he did. And I read this article in Heat magazine because I was on holiday a couple of weeks ago, and the Closer magazine, and I always like to buy a magazine when I'm on holiday to flick through and see what's going on. And I must admit, I've only been able to flick through and look at the pictures. I haven't actually read all of the articles except this one because it was particular to what I do. So the CBD, ginger and orange you use throughout the day, especially if you're feeling stressed or tired and working. Absolutely. And that is a good way to do it. I mean, just use small amounts. You don't use, generally say 2 to 3 drops. But if you want to use it over a wider period during the day, just to keep you all mellow, you can just take 1 or 2 drops more regularly. Okay? And because our CBD oil doesn't contain, it does contain, it contains 0.2% THC, you cannot overdose on it and you cannot take too much. All right? But I have found there has been the odd client that when you take like too many drops, trying to build up, you'll know when to stop, because then you'll find that you do get a muggy head. And so if you've got that muggy head, that means that you're taking too much and you need to reduce the number of drops that you're taking. Okay? So both CBD and hemp come from the same plant, and the only difference is how they are harvested and how they and that will affect how they're used for your healthcare issues. So CBD oil is taken from the leaves and the stalks of the cannabis sativa plant, and the hemp comes from the seeds. And I remember when I started doing vegan eating, and I bought this bag of, they're telling me that I had to go out and buy hemp, and I thought, only hemp I know is weed. But there was nothing in it that said it was weed, and I was looking at it to see if it was weed. But now I do know that it was the seeds from the cannabis plant. And you can eat it, okay? And both are non-psychoactive, rather. And so they're safe to use, and there's no chance of getting high, as I've said to you before. Now, what Dr. Wade also said was that they are marketed in a similar way. All right, because CBD oil is richly concentrated, and it has the cannabidol in it, all right? And it's a natural chemical that is in this plant. So as everybody knows, the cannabis plant is a natural plant that works naturally with the organs in our bodies as well, okay? And whereas the hemp seed can the hemp seeds only contain a small amount of cannabidiol. So if you want a higher concentration, you actually have to get that from using the oils. You will not get that in the seeds, and that's why the seeds can be eaten, really. Now, both have good benefits. And the hemp oil is really good for hydrating because it's rich and it's concentrated in fatty acids, and it's also got vitamin B in it, and vitamin D as well, actually. And you can use it to boost your radiance. Look, boost your radiance, and it will protect you from damage while preventing you from all of the signs of aging. And again, I love to use it, as you can see, because I will try anything to try and look younger, okay? That's the thing that we do as we get older. We try, when we're younger, we think, oh, I can't wait to be older. I won't even put numbers on it. And then as we get older, we try to stop that, and we want to look the same. We don't even want to look younger anymore. We just get to the point where we want to look the same, because I have this, oh my God, this fear of when I look in the mirror one day, I'll look and think, who the hell is that? I don't recognize this person. I think I look different now from the way I did when I was younger. But I actually feel that I look better now than I did then. And that's I don't even know what that is. But I've just grown into myself. Maybe that's the way to put it. And another thing about CBD oils is that it's also excellent for preventing inflammation of the skin and the causes of acne. And we have different things that we can use for that. Oh, thank you, my darling. All right. Now, our whole CBD range of CBD creams contain 5% CBD oil, and mature skins benefit from this because of the anti-aging properties, and this is how the acne in your skin will improve with regular use, because it will over time reduce the inflammation and thereby improve your skin. Now, first of all, we just had our CBD lotion. Now, this is our CBD lotion here, and that's the first thing that we launched with our CBD range in the beginning. And every single body in my family has one of these. My sons, my mum, I do. And this was the first thing that we had that we were using for everything. And I used it on the whole of my body. I didn't actually use it on my face. I used a different one for my face when that came in. But I used this all over my body. So when I come out of the shower, this is what I massage in. Oops. Our CBD lotion. Okay. Now, first we had the CBD oil, as I said, which you could take orally. And what our CBD oils, as some of you have already mentioned and said already, is that they'll improve your mood. They work for pain relief. You can use it for insomnia. You can take it day or night. You can use it for healing, as I've said, and you can use it for cuts and grazes. So all of those things I've already touched on already. And this lotion, which why do I keep dropping it? This lotion, as I said, comes in a bottle and it costs £31. Okay, so if you order one of these lotions today, I'm actually doing 10% off of everything in the CBD range. So, but you need to order it directly with me because my web shop can't cope with the differences in the prices. So you need to contact me, either message me or private message me, and I'll arrange the discount and get that sent out to you. Not this one. This one is my own personal one, which is why there's no cap on it. It does come with a cap. Okay, let me put that down the side as I talk about them. Now I've got to refer to my notes. So the massage oil now. So this is our massage oil. And the massage oil can be used for relaxing massages. You can use it in tinctures. The castor oil in this massage oil penetrates deep into the skin and stimulates the collagen production. It contains apricot kernels or nourishes oil. Apricot kernel oil nourishes and moisturizes the skin. It's perfect for relaxing and soothing the joint of your back, neck, and massaging. And containing the castor oil plant, apricot and sunflower and hemp. Now, castor oil, as you all know, is high in vitamin E. Did you know that castor oil was high in vitamin E? Did you know that? And it's a powerful antioxidant as well. It's high in ricinoleic acid content, and it keeps extremely dry and scaly skin supple. So if you've got those bad crusty feet, nobody on that I work with has crusty feet, but if you know someone that has feet that could do with a little bit of help, and you want to get a bit cheeky with them, just massage some oil into their feet, and it works wonders. It's immediate. You can see it, you can work it in, and you can work it into all of those little cracks, and everything vanishes straight away. Right now, this costs £19, and again, 10% off if you order today. Absolutely, neither did I till I was reading. Then we have the special balm. Now, the special balm, the CBD special balm, which we do, is for sensitive skin, and it contains hyaluronic acid, shea butter, licorice root, and jojoba. And the root of the licorice, root contains the sweet ingredients of glycyrrhizin, a sweet substance that is converted to glycyrrhinic acid in the body. It is an anti-inflammatory and an antibacterial, and will significantly improve itching, swelling, and redness. So that's our special balm. Okay, fabulous product. Again, 10% off if you want to buy one this week. Now, I don't have a hot balm because I've actually had somebody request a hot and cold balm, and I've actually sent it out to them. But I know some of you on here have bought those products, so if you want to put those comments in the box, feel free to do so. But the hot balm is like using, for me, it's a much more pleasant deep heat treatment. Okay, it contains a warming CBD emulsion which contains ginger, arnica, wintergreen, and rosemary, and promotes tired muscles during sport and promotes blood circulation and mobility. So if your joints are feeling a bit stiff or whatever else, put some on it before and after exercise. Now, the ginger in the hot balm as well, it has an anti-inflammatory and a deep warming effect. And promotes the circulation of the blood. Now, that is £24, and again, I'm offering £10 off. Now, when you're using that hot balm, hi Karen, thanks for joining me this evening. Now, when you're using the hot balm, don't go slathering it over like it's a moisturized over your body. It is a localized cream. If you've got a pain in your wrist, and that is where the soreness and the inflammation is, then only use it on your wrist. If it's on your knee, use it on your knee. If it's on your neck or at the back of your neck, use it in the area or on the muscle that is in the back of your neck, because it is very strong. And if you use loads of it all over the place, the whole of your back is going to go hot. And what happens when it gets hot is that it gets hot, and then it's all warm and it's just spreading. And it's a bit like a hot flush. If you've ever had one of those, you can just feel the heat building and building and building as it works underneath and in the layers of your skin by improving the circulation and promoting healing in that area. Okay, now the Cool Balm, it does something a little bit different in that the Cool Balm, it comes as a roll-on, just like a little roll-on. Again, as I said, I've already sold one of my one of those, so I don't have one to show you. But it's a roll-on, and it's for sports and exertion. You can use it as a cooling joint roll-on, and what it does, it regenerates and cools joints after sport and physical strain. So again, you use it in exactly the same way topically as you would the hot balm, except you're going to be rubbing it into those particular areas. Now, some of you may remember that last year I fell over and I strained my thumb, and then I went and fell over again. No, I hit my thumb and pulled a muscle in it. And then I fell over and pulled a muscle down my wrist. So what I was doing with the Cool Balm was just rolling it into the affected area. And what it does, it freezes the area, because it contains menthol and camphor and hemp oil. It cools the area right down. So where it's sore, it just cools it down, and it just takes all that heat off it. And in doing that, it reduces the swelling. Okay. And what it says here, the cooling effects on the skin, it has a cooling effect on the skin by stimulating the receptors in the body, and for muscle and point joint problems. So again, you can also use it in joints. I have a customer that uses it for a particular joint pain here, and we did have a laugh saying that you needed someone to help you when you were using all of these massage oils and everything else. But we, or those of us that have had to sit down and can't pay someone else to do it, have worked out ways you can do it. And it's very easy just to take the roll on and just to rub it into where you need it, and you can feel it working within minutes. It cools the area and it makes it cold, and then you can feel it working, and it takes away the pain quite quickly. Okay, and it has a slightly numbing effect. So as I said, you can feel it, and then you can feel it working because that area just gets sort of, it takes the edge off of any feelings that you have there. Okay, so let me go on to my next favorite now, which I actually have it. There's an open one here, but I'll tell you about that. That is our CBD hand balm. Now, with all of this, in the last year, this has been very popular because you know that we're constantly washing our hands, we're constantly sanitizing, and then you have to moisturize. And when you're moisturizing, me personally, I like to moisturize with something nice. It's not all moisturizers that actually are absorbed well into the skin, but this moisturizer does. You put it on, you put it in a small amount into your hand, and you can rub it in through your fingers in your hands. It absorbs quickly, just like a vanishing cream, and it just feels nice and leaves your hands supple. Because there's nothing worse than dry hands. I hate it when I hear someone putting moisturizer or something on their hands, and it feels like they're rubbing their hands together like paper. When you rub your hands together, they should not sound like paper. So recommend that you know someone, or you can get them some of this special balm or hand balm to put onto their hands. Now, hemp oil supports the natural protective barriers of the skin and soothes it with almond oil and panthenol, and provides a moisture and regenerating effect. So what you're doing is promoting healing in your hands because of all of this industrial washing and constant washing, where you're washing away all of the natural moisture out of your hand, and the everyday use of sanitizer, as I said before. Now, the integral property of this hand balm is shea butter, which is from the shea tree, and it provides moisture and elasticity. It also contains allantoin, which leaves the skin smoother and is said to accelerate skin renewal, which I've already mentioned to you, and it has a soothing effect. All right, now again, it's £14, but if you order it directly from me today, this week only, then I'll be giving you 10% off. Okay, now light legs. Light legs I actually really like a lot, because light legs, I cheat with light legs. And some of you may remember that around last October, November time, I was doing a lot of walking to reduce my weight. I put it all back on now, so I need to start doing it again. But I actually used to use the light legs for as part of my cool down stretching thing afterwards, because it has these properties which I'm going to go through. It meant that I didn't really have to do like stretching afterwards. I just used to come home, have my shower, and rub myself down with the light legs on my legs, particularly working into the deep muscles in my calf, so that I didn't have to do too much stretching. And it worked really well. In fact, I think it worked better than the stretching, because sometimes I used to find when I went to bed that I'd feel that kind of cramping feeling. But when I did the light legs on it before I went to bed, I never got any of that cramping feeling. So what our light legs does is that it strengthens the veins and the connective tissues. It cools and cares for burning dry feet. So you can double up and use this on feet as well. And it's particularly good for those that are standing all day. Now, we all know somebody that is working in the NHS, that is working on the wards, that is working on the supervisor. In fact, the government has told most of us to work from home. And those of us who are fortunate enough to do that are just dealing with our work environment. But for the people that are having to leave home and go and work, all of those key workers, they are constantly on their feet. So if you're also looking for the gift, something that you can give to somebody that can really help them out, I would suggest you contact me and you get them some light legs, and they will rub this in and they will feel that they get relief of their legs from standing all day. They can use it in the morning, or they can use it at night after they come in from a hard day's work. Okay, it contains horse chestnut and which is for vein strengthening. It reduces edema. So again, if you know somebody that's got swollen legs or retains fluid in their legs, they can use this light leg as well, because it assists with reducing water retention. It contains arnica and verbena. It's anti-inflammatory and has a healing effect. So again, if somebody has walked around and bruised their legs or whatever else, again, is a good thing that you can rub into bruised legs. And the cream cares for legs. It protects, cools, refreshes tired legs and feet and legs. Now, horse chestnut actually seals the vessel walls and increases the elasticity of the veins that are needed for the blood to flow back to the heart. It has an anti-inflammatory effect for painful legs, tired legs, itchy legs, and whatever, and cramps. So again, consider everybody that you know that you could give this gift to just say thank you even for going out and working in the NHS. And again, on this, I'm doing 10% off this week. If you buy more than one, have a chat with me and we'll come to some kind of arrangement, because I think this is something that everybody should have in their home first aid kit. Okay, they're currently £19 and 10% off today if you buy one. Okay. Now, CBD face cream. CBD face cream. All right, just giving you some how this works. Oh, how much is it for the light legs? As your dad's legs due to medication. The light legs, as I just said before, are £19, but they're 10% if you order it today. Okay. And also, as girl, in terms, lots, and you love the Cool Balm. Yes, I do. Really love your necklace. Oh, thank you very much. The necklace, as I mentioned before, is from our new range. And I've got to rush because I want to tell you a bit more about that. Otherwise, I'll have to do that later on and add it into next week. Now, the face balm, again, is a 24-hour cream. You can use this anytime. For those of us that are home a lot and we're not, well, you don't want to be showing yourself on video when you're doing your video calls at work, then it's quite happy. You get up in the morning, you can wash your face and you can use this CBD face cream on it. It's an anti-aging face cream which revitalizes, moisturizes, smooths wrinkles and protects sensitive skin. Okay? It contains hemp oil, hyaluronic, shea butter and oil kernel. Oat kernel oil has a soothing effect and protects the skin from inflammation. The hyaluronic acid firms the skin and counteracts the loss of elasticity, and the vitamin E regenerates the skin, and the shea butter and the jojoba oil deliver intensive moisture. Okay, and this costs £28, again with 10% off if you buy it today. Okay, but this is a very nice, very rich cream, and actually when you put this cream on, you can actually feel it tightening your skin, so that's quite exciting. You think to yourself, what? Well, I do things like that. I think, oh my gosh, I can feel that. Okay, then my next favorite is the lip balm. Okay, the lip balm, it says for delicate lips, but I think when it means delicate lips, it means that it makes our lips all delicate and lovely and nice. Okay. And why our lip balm? Because it's one of my favourites. I love it. I used to be one of those people that used to always rushing around. I put my lipstick on in the morning and that was it. I never put it on again. But with using this lip balm, I find that I can use it a number of times a day and it doesn't do anything to me. And I just put a bit on my finger, or sometimes I just squirt it up onto the end and flatten it and put it across my lip here. This is actually a new one. My other one is by the bed, because that's the last thing I do at night, is that I put my lip balm on before I go to bed. I cream my hands, cream my elbows. Just I look down and say, do they need a bit more moisturizing overnight? And then I put on my lip balm and have a drink. Okay, so it contains not only the healing properties of CBD, but also castor oil and berry wax, coconut and calendula, which have been popular since the Middle Ages. Hi Anne, thanks for joining me. It's an anti-inflammatory and it's soothing and promotes. So particularly for those of you that get cracked lips or dry lips, or just need that little bit of an incentive, just get one of these lip balms or get one for yourself. Another thing you can get for a family member as well that suffers from dry lips. I didn't do the special balm, hot balm, cooling balm. Right. Now, all of these CBD products that I've told you about already so far They don't contain sulfates, they don't contain parabens, they don't contain PEG, they don't contain nanomaterials, and there's something else they don't have. And they don't contain silicones. So they are they're near enough vegan. I think there might be one or two. I haven't mentioned lanolin because lanolin isn't vegan because that comes from the hair of sheep or goats or something. And so there are some vegans that won't use that and others that do. But with regards to a lot of the poisons that we find in a lot of our other products, our CBD range doesn't contain any of them. So it's also a gift that you can give to anybody that has concerns about what they actually put on their face and on their bodies. Okay, so any questions on that so far before I quickly rush into the next bit? Oh, actually. No? No questions? Good. Okay. Now, our CBD range, when you're thinking about it being environmentally friendly and being out of the home and getting the little exercise that we can get and everything, then you can match them up with our negative ions products. Now, as I've said to you before, the best place that we can get negative ions in our homes are opening the window. And at the moment, who's opening their window much? You can get it from our diffuser using aromatherapy oils, which, as you know, I always have in my office all day. I have one in here, I have one downstairs in the corridor coming into the house, and I have one into the family room because I need to do as much as I can to improve the air quality in the rooms that we all inhabit as much as possible over the day. This range that we have here now comes with a silicone ring as well. So there's the ring, there's the bracelet, and as I said, this is the pendant. Some of you may already have the negative ions necklace, and all I've done is added one of our magnetic pendants and the pendant, the negative ions pendant that goes with it. The other place that you can get a lot of negative ions is in the shower. And remember, I told you about that before as well, in that if you get into the shower, the small particles of water will boost your exposure to negative ions. And so I put on my jewelry, and I like this range because it means that I can actually get into the shower and have everything on and just boost me, as well as also having, because you know I use a negative ions mat in the shower as well. Okay, so that's on this range, but I will come back to that in a more structured way later on because there's so many things I need to cover with you. Now, if I just remind you about online shopping, at the moment, again, because we're in lockdown, what you need, please remember me as someone that you can contact for any of those special gifts that you want to get anybody. It can be for a friend, it can be for a neighbor, it can be for a child, it can be a birthday, an anniversary, it can be just a gift of wellness, it can just be to say I love you, it can be just to say I'm thinking of you. You can contact me directly, we can have a little one-to-one consultation, and I can tell you what will be the most appropriate thing to use, and then we order it, you pay for it, and I will send it directly to that person that you want to receive that gift. And I can even send it with a little gift card if you want to add the extra cost for that. So that is an option that you can use too. All right. So let me tell you a little bit at the moment before we get on. I haven't pulled any of these out because I knew time was going to be of the essence. So I'm just going to be putting them up to the screen. But it's Valentine's Day. Now, those of you that used to sit by the door and watch the post box out of the corner of your eye and think to yourself, is something going to come for me today? We don't do that anymore. We love ourselves and we love our friends and we empower our friends and we empower our neighbours and anybody else. So you can give the gift of love and the gift of thanks to anybody you want to. So I'm just going to tell you what our offers are. So just like with the Christmas ones, we have this heart-shaped pendant and earrings. And I'll put these on the community page later on. And I'll also put them on this page as well. So those of you that are not members can have a look. But the textile caul and pendant, that is reduced from £34.43 to £26. And the earrings are reduced from £37 to £24. Okay. Then we've got these half heart with this matching pendant here. Now, the earrings are reduced from £28 and they're now £18 at the moment. I do have a pair of those, so if you want to look at them quite more closely, I can do that with you. I don't have the pendant, but it is it is actually the pendant and the cord that you will be getting. Okay. The pendant is reduced from 20. I have to check that because that doesn't look right. Okay, then we have a set, which is a necklace and pendant. Earrings here. So this one here, this, which matches that set actually there, has been reduced from £128 to £66. And it's actually a necklace, which will be a long necklace, which will come down to sort of like your mid-tummy. Then we have this little pendant here, which is a diamante with a textile cord, and that's £18. And we have the earrings that match that, reduced from 31 to 22. We've got a bracelet. I have one of these bracelets if you want to see that more closely, and it's got 3 pendants on it, and that's reduced from 37 to 26. And then we also have these earrings, which were quite popular with you last year actually. They are now reduced from 56 to 33. But these ones are heart-shaped with little diamante incrustations. We have the red, because it's Valentine's, Negative Ions bracelet. And that's reduced from, I'm sure it's 28 down to 18. Now, this is actually a mistake on the site. This is not £37 or something like that, what it says. It's actually only £18. Then we have this bracelet here, which is reduced from £47 down to 33. And we have this one with the little hearts here, which is reduced from 56 down to 43. And then this choker, there was a popular choker at Christmas in the offers, which you all loved a lot. And now we've got this little heart-shaped one, but this one is reduced from £104 down to 66. Okay, so those are the Valentine's special offers. But I will also, I'm going to have a regular page where I will actually be offering some sale items. And so if you look on there, you can have a look on there and see if there's something that draws your attention, or there might be something here which you may be interested in, and you could just call me and ask me about that. Okay, any questions so far? This is Sandra Walters, and you're listening to worldofsandra.com. Hello. Any questions so far on that? Okay. Now, I'm still offering, thank you. Now, I'm still offering vitamin D, vitamin D3. And I have 2 that are still on special offer, which are only for £14. And they are 10ml bottles, and they come with a bracelet and a water bottle. And I have 2 of those, and they're £14 already reduced. So if you're interested in getting a water band or a Negative Ions bracelet and don't want to pay full price, or you want to get some D3 because you want to try it, and ours is a tincture, so it's actually a liquid that you drop in by dropper, then you'll be able to use that and try and get one of those 2 special offers for me. Other than that, it costs £24 and it's a 30ml bottle. Okay. Oh, I've actually got a picture of it here. So this is the one that I've got here, still on special offer, that one there. And I also have this one here. Okay. Any questions so far, ladies and gentlemen? Actually, I haven't noticed any gentlemen on here this evening. Nothing else? Okay, right, so it's 20 to 8 and I have to go now because I have another appointment at 8 o'clock that I need to go and get ready for. Let me take a little drink of my drink. Thank you. It's only lemonade today because I needed to keep my faculties about me and my tummy is a bit... Ugh. Right, so I've got CBD on special offer. Hi, Lucretia, welcome. I've got CBD on special offer. I've got some sale items on offer. We've got the Valentine's offers that are available. Just contact me, and if you see anything that interests you, let me know. I want to say thank you for joining me this evening. I want to say thank you to all of you that join me later on. I really appreciate that you do that. Please just like my my video. Go over and visit. I forgot to say to you, go over and visit worldofsandra.com, my website. There's lots of exciting things going on there. You can put the testimonials on yourself now. There are a few on there. So some of you may recognize that you're already on those. So you can go in there and you can check the testimonials. You can write a testimonial. You can take a picture and upload it and put it in the testimonials. You can read my blog. You can find out what's going on. You can see about some of the plans I have for later on this year. I've actually been speaking with a few people. One of you is on tonight. And I'm going to be putting the schedule together for the collaborations that I'm going to be doing moving forward. So I should hopefully be starting those in March. And I'm really excited about those. They're actually going to be quite fun. And it'll be something else for you to look forward to. Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Anne. And thank you, Cynthia. And thank you, Marcia. Who else? Yeah, thank you all for joining me this evening. I'll see you on the other side, and I'll see you next week. And bye. Any questions, just put it in the comments box and I'll answer them later on when I do my live admin. So take care. Bye.